Andreas Georgiou here for MMA Plus UFC London Media Week. Arnold Allen drinking the tea, wearing an absolutely fantastic suit, man. I think you're the coolest guy in the room right now.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
How you doing, man? It's been a long time coming for this return.
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be back here, and I can't wait to fight again. You know, it's what I love to do, so just can't wait to get in there and get the job done.
Quick question: what kind of tea is that?
It's green tea, just straight up green tea. Last time I had a lemon ginger tea. This one's just straight up ginger. It's not that good, no, it's good on the weight cut, but it's all right.
Saturday night, you're facing Makwan Amirkhani. This is a huge challenge for you. What were your thoughts when you heard you got that fight?
I knew I was going to get that fight sooner or later. We fought on the same card. I fought twice in the UFC. We both fought on the same card both times. I was in his hometown, I can't remember, a couple of years ago for a show, and they were talking about it in there, and I knew then I was going to get that fight. I had it in my head. Like 2 years ago, I was like, yeah, I'll have that fight soon. I'll have that guy soon. So when I got it, it was an immediate yes. I knew I was going to have it, so I'm happy.
And do you think he'll cause any problems for you anywhere at all?
The only problem really is, like, I think he might have looked a little bit sharper than me with a suit, and he is a bit of a hunk. And I can't compete with that, you know what I mean? My eyebrows sometimes connect in the middle. I've got a shit beard going on, and he's well groomed. What can I say? He's got a tie. I got no tie. Like, you know, that's the main problem.
Since you come to the UFC, if we're talking about averages, one fight a year, are you can't be happy with that. But I know that there's circumstances outside that.
Yeah, I'd like to fight. You know, given your health, I'd like to fight 3 times a year. 3 times a year, I'd be happy with that. But yeah, once a year is. But the good thing is I've been developing, I've been making improvements. I'm not one of these guys, you know, if he hasn't got a fight, he's in the gym. I'm at Tristar last year. I was there probably 9 out of 12 months. You know, I was there most of the year, and it felt like I was in camp most of the year as well. I wasn't going out partying, I wasn't messing around. I was training hard with my team, helping others, getting ready for fights. I was getting, you know. So, yeah, I'm always making improvements, whether I'm fighting or not. So.
It's really interesting because last year when you went to TriStar, that's when a lot of the Brits were going. Tom Breeze, Joe Duffy as well from Ireland, Stevie Ray, Joanne Calderwood as well. And it seems to have calmed down a little bit now. Why do you think that?
I don't know really, but the only person that's not there now is Breeze. He's come back now, so there's still a lot of us out there. There's me, Joe Duffy, obviously. Yeah, there's still people coming over. I'm sure Stevie's going to come back over one day, but yeah, Darren Stewart came over as well. There's been a lot of guys come out. It's good. I don't know why it's quieting down. Maybe it's the cold. I don't know. It's pretty cold in the minute.
You have a great coach there as well. So, you know, Faris Sahabi. How's it been to train under him?
Yeah, it's great working with such a good tactician, but you know, there's not just Faraz. There's a whole team of guys there. You know, I'm not just working with one coach. There's a whole team of guys helping us out, and you know, my teammates. Louis Sanadaki stood over there, hiding in the back, but he's been a huge help in this camp, and it's great to have those guys around in the gym.
For you now, look, for years we've been talking about you in the UK as one of the ones to watch. You finally got that UFC shot. You're back again now. Look, Makwan, in all honesty, is a very tough opponent. He's the toughest guy you face. Looking at it now from face value, do you feel that this is the fight that you needed now to prove that Arnold Allen is on that level? He is on that UFC level?
Yeah, more so than he has the hype. He has the hype behind him, you know. He's got a big following, and he's got more hype than achievements, but it's good for me. Like, all I have to do is turn up and win, and I'd steal that hype, you know. And I make myself legit. I put myself up there. So, yeah.
Anyway, because obviously you started, you know, you went pro really young, as you've mentioned before, and you know, I think you've said before, like, people do constantly underestimate you because you are quite young. Yeah. Do you think maybe he's underestimating you a bit in this fight as well?
No, I'm sure he's from a good camp, you know, like, he's had plenty of fights as well. You know, everyone in the UFC, we all know that you don't get to the UFC by being shit. But there's the odd guy out there, but, you know what I mean? So I'm sure he has respect.
And obviously, so, you know, both of you, you've both been out actually for 13 months, so you both fought on the same fight card last year. Does that bother you at all? Do you think you might have any ring rust, or this year you're hoping to fight a lot more?
I want to fight a lot more, but I'm not going to have no ring rust. I've been training every day still, so I haven't been out for a year on my ass, so yeah.
As a percentage, how much have you been able to show of your full skill set in the UFC so far?
Let's go with 10%. 10%? Yeah. There's another 90 to come.
You've got up on the face-off there. It's always interesting watching fighters face off, seeing the dynamic. Sometimes there's animosity, sometimes there's mutual respect. You walked straight up to him and went, "Nice suit, mate." What do you make of Makwan as a fighter, but what do you make of him as a guy as well?
I think he's a wild fighter, but I think he's a good guy, and I've seen him at shows, and he's always been cool. He's a very emotional guy, but I'm sure it's all part of the show, so whatever. He's a nice guy.